It's worth checking out for the record. Just because you're a shitty friend, don't blame it on the work, okay? Oh, okay, yeah. I don't. I think I have to. Remember that breaking character may contain situations that are not for every viewer. If you need to take time away from the stream for your mental health, please do so. Your well-being is important to us. Now help me welcome the cast and crew of Breaking Character. How's everybody going?
If you feel the need to excuse yourself for your mental health, know that we think worse of you for it.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness. No, Rev.
You're allowed to
immediately starts it off.
Do you need a hug, Rev?
You're not allowed to be aggressive like that to the non-players.
Yeah. Be mean to Brett, not the viewers.
Honestly, goodness, I can take it. Like we could have children on
Welcome everyone
You
to
saying
Breaking
that our
Character.
viewers are so weak that they could be
Have a
hurt
good
by my
evening.
words?
The show's
No,
over.
no,
We're
no.
just done.
We
We're
just
gonna
want to
sign
protect
off now
Our
because like
viewers
this
are the
is
best.
absolutely chaos, and we're not even going to be able to ring it in from here. So good night, everyone.
Also,
This is like I'm done.
just check chat. They're okay with it.
One of them is okay with it. That person is not
Listen,
well at the moment.
We cannot base the rest of chat off of Blade.
So welcome in he's, me's, and she's to Breaking Character, where it is absolute chaos. And I'm going to try my best to rein it in with inspiration points awarded to those who do their best at staying in character. We're going to do a
I'm
quick
not gonna get a
recap.
single one.
Oh, shit. We're going to do a quick recap of what we did last week, and then we're going to go straight into it. It's going to be something new, something different. So last week, we had Boston. Brett playing Boston.
Hello.
Attempt to take Amelia on a date, but before he could even do so, before anyone was awake, he was alerted to an emergency call, at which he woke everybody in the apartment up to go and help Amelia and their friend Tilly, as some unknown source had caused their distress. Upon arriving, they realized that there was a giant android of a machine attacking just anything and everything surrounding it. Did not focus on either of the individuals, the halfling or the human, in their particular corners, but any set of movements, and they might have been a focus, because it was most definitely focused on Nash as they started to attack one by one after a good old car collision into the front door, to make a good old Dukes of Hazzard entrance, as always. After felling the giant monster and Tilly being more focused on the fact that the robot was not listening to her, they focused their efforts on Amelia, who had graciously thanked Boston and passed out due to the lack of iron in her system and the adrenaline, and she just couldn't handle the stress. Some talking some talking and conversation ensued. Boston finally was able to take Amelia on their breakfast date with a few eavesdroppers within distance. And after feeding those eavesdroppers, we're able to finally get some privacy, and Fenrana and Baldric were able to find out the nature of the robot, of basically why it malfunctioned, roughly, and the relationship between the two individuals, and then realized that they had an appointment at 2:30 sharp later that day. We will join in with the crew as they all have reconvened, well, except for Boston, who I believe was still on the date. Did we finish that part?
Everyone's meeting up with us at his office, so we can kind of show Amelia the workspace.
Right. So Boston was going to go ahead and take Amelia to his office, while the rest of the crew gathered back to Baldric's vehicle to discuss repairs and reconvening at the apartment.
So, I know we gotta fix the car and whatever, but like, should we schedule the group tattoos now or a little bit later?
Do you believe that will be sort of a later day thing now?
I mean, I feel like
Potentially.
we've got some time right today, right?
What time is it again?
So the call started at roughly 8:30, 8:45. You had so it was roughly 9:30, 10 o'clock-ish.
So
figured
we
it was
got the
only gonna be-
text at 8:40. We drove down there 7 minutes, and then things have gone off. So maybe it's 9:30.
Yeah, 9:30,
Oh, no.
maybe approaching 10.
It's stupidly early still. Cool,
It's
cool, cool.
still stupid early, yeah.
Yeah, and tattoo shops take a while to open.
And
Depending on who
dependent. I
runs
mean,
it.
it might be a 24-hour one thing, depending on who's there and what's going on.
Interesting.
I don't know if going with a fresh tattoo to a meeting with a person I've never met before and is rather intimidating would be the best idea.
I mean, you've got this whole like uniform look going on. You can hide it.
It's not uncommon for people to get tattoos in difficult to see areas.
It's not like you're wearing, a crop top and booty shorts.
No, most certainly not.
Though I could recommend.
It's
a few
more of
good
I'm running
pairs
out of
if you want them.
canvas. Of the not
Go
seeable
on.
places.
What about those ones that like glow?
Or maybe we could get you like I don't know what this world's version of henna is. But a temporary tattoo, maybe airbrushed could work.
Another tattoo. I just don't know if I should have one that's healing while I'm going to a meeting. You know,
I feel like we do a lot of. Wait, is it a meeting or is it a meeting?
I don't know.
But then
They're very powerful, apparently. They run
who is?
auctions and
You haven't told the group who you are going to this meeting to or call or anything like that. Just letting Bloodlust know.
what was this lady's name again?
Charlotte de Beaumont?
De Beaumont.
The Pompadour.
De Pompadour. Madame de
Basically.
Pompadour. Anyway. So it's I don't know. Baldric might know potentially. Scarlett de Beaumont, rather influential in the collector's side of things within the city.
Does that name sound familiar to me?
No.
I was hoping.
No, unfortunately, I don't know them.
That's also good and bad. I was told by my professor she is an eccentric, which can mean one of two things. She is rather flamboyant and very, very flippant, or rigidly strict and very much money fixes everything, including people. So,
Why are we meeting her?
because information. Let me. Where did my notes go?
Rev told me to hide them.
How dare. No.
How dare you listen to Rev?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
You
terrible.
didn't tell me
Right
not
now.
to steal them, Darkness, so I had to listen to Rev.
Right now, your camera looks really awesome because your background looks monochromatic, and then you're in full color.
Well, you know.
Pretty
As
cool.
opposed to mine, where I look monochromatic and my background is all color.
Quit being so white, Rev. You're being washed out.
Go touch some grass, Rev.
Yeah, right.
I'm much less white in person, but still pretty white because I have.
I am far wider in person. It's fine.
Same.
Bad. I don't touch grass. What is that?
Dark
You're trying to grass.
reapply sunscreen every 3 minutes.
I kind of
Can't
do.
find my fucking notes, and I can't remember exactly why we were going to see her, other than my teacher told me to go see her.
How
Oh my
many
god.
bottles of sunscreen are within arm's reach of you right now?
He believes he told you that you would have good contacts are what's it?
Sure.
That they would have a lot of information and connection for the place that you're wanting to go to, Loyaldist.
Uhaul, yes.
Uhaul.
She has connections in Uhaul. And she is our way into Uhaul without complications along the way. You know, the place with the occultists that we are still tracking down?
Yep.
That one.
So,
A little bit of an important meeting.
I mean, I get that, like, every time we try to do something, it sort of turns sour. But, like, why does that mean you shouldn't get a tattoo?
Also, the last meeting, the lady was very sweet.
The last lady was a researcher, nothing having to do with money
Why did I
or
miss
the
this sweet
bureaucracy.
lady?
She was an
I don't know,
absolute
you would have loved
sweetheart.
her. She would have been your new grandma. Like, you would have accepted her immediately.
I don't know about that.
Lovely little gnome lady.
I wish I could take her home in my pocket.
I mean, you got the charm. You probably could have wooed her.
But yes, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. Tattoo sounds fun. Yes,
We should
it's like-
wait anyway. Because don't we gotta get going? We gotta get, like,
We've
across
got to
town.
be there. We've got to be there at 2:30.
How long does it take to get there again?
It was only like 45 minutes, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So we need to like leave Boston's place at like 1:40-ish.
Yes,
Plenty of
45
time.
minutes.
I mean, that means we can have all sorts of fun with the day, right? Rev, how much time?
Until 1.
Baldric, how much time you need to fix
Hey,
the
Rev.
fix the car to make the car rev?
How long has it been since the fight?
Probably. If Nash is back talking with you, it's probably been 20 minutes. Because that's a much time that they spent tagging Boston and pretending to be chaperones.
Typically, chaperones buy the dater's snacks, not the other way around. I'm just saying.
I said pretending.
We were making sure he was making the right moves.
Yeah, we were bad influences, not chaperones.
Yeah, chaperones stop the moves.
We also were making sure she didn't like stab you.
At this point, I think it'll still take me another 12 or so hours.
Well, seeing as we need to be somewhere before then, what do you say we spend some of that money of yours on a rental?
Yeah, I see no reason why we couldn't do that.
I mean, unless you want to be here all day while the rest of us are out doing stuff.
Not at all.
Does that mean we're gonna drop the car off in a shop too?
I don't think we need to worry about that. I can repair it when we come back. I'm just gonna leave a trash limo in Boston's driveway.
I mean, it can't like increase the
I want
property
you
value at all.
Do a investigation check on me for me.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm good at those. Let's see, +0. A 4.
You have no idea if it's going to work or not.
The car, like at all.
The vehicle, yes. You have no idea if it's going to work whatsoever. Not even sure if you can get out of the cathedral that you're in, let alone get it to another parking spot.
Like ever?
Like right now, for sure.
Okay.
Are the tires still attached? Like, good golly, Rick, how badly did you crash this thing?
If you want to do an investigation check,
I'm not there. I'm just asking for a friend.
Okay.
We may actually need to call for someone to at least take this back to Boston's house.
If we're gonna do that, let's just have him go to the shop. How much would it be to repair something like this?
I mean, it costs more to tow and repair than it does to just tow.
Okay.
I mean, are you getting skimpy on us now? That's
not
a
at
joke
all,
for
but-
the record.
Also, it is now also Fenn's money. It's not just Baldric.
I mean, I think Fen won't mind, but
Fen doesn't know what to do with money. And Fen is not here to defend themselves.
And we lost Fen, or if they just blended into their background.
They mentioned they would be back.
Yeah, there's probably a comment in the.
Yeah, just a quick comment. Fen's just ignoring us for now. Just assume that.
Fen is probably listening to Tilly ramble off everything about what they know about the robot in Hawaii and how it went wrong. Sorry. Welcome back.
Hello, sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. So Baldric, what do you decide to do with your lack of knowledge of motor vehicle and current situation you're in?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just call for a tow company to take it to Boston's place.
Okay. For just a tow, that is going to be. Are you going to get a tow and a rental, or just a tow?
Yeah, tow and rental.
Okay, that's going to be $2,000.
Oh my goodness, guys, we're out of money.
Oh no.
I mean, I would be, but
Sorry, 2K? I thought you said
Two-
4.5 gig.
This pretentious
Oh, you are
dickhead.
the worst kind of person.
It was that moment of, oh, I don't know if I can afford this. Just put it on my black card.
I tell you what those kids don't have. This is an American-sized black card. I'll take one of everything you have.
You know, real quick, just to digress a bit. That moment in Sorcerer's Stone, especially in the movie, always really made me angry. Because essentially, this one kid, because he said, we'll take the lot, and they cut later to him, like, having the entire car full, just took all of the food that everybody else on the train could have had. He was just like, I don't know what money is. I'm going to buy everything.
I thought you said we'll
everyone
take.
else here.
Did you say we'll take the whole lot or we'll take a lot?
He said, we'll take the lot.
In England,
Oh.
it's all of it.
I haven't seen the movie since what year?
Yeah,
is
no.
it? 2010.
What a selfish child.
It wasn't just one of everything. It was the lot.
look,
There was a
shit
pile
wrong
of
with
fucking
that
candy.
series, okay? We
Let's
don't have
move
the
on.
time to unpack all of that.
Let's move on.
What's the
Okay,
after
it
show?
has
I'm allowed
evolved.
to have my
It is
one
beyond
thing.
the author.
That is
your
true, but
one
there's still flaws
thing-
inside the book series. Darkness.
Your one thing, Rev. Am I gonna have to keep a tally of your one things per episode?
Yes.
Anywho, so
I'm not-
you make the call or the reservation for a hover tow to come by and pick up the vehicle and take it to Boston's place because
Rick's gonna give that stereotypical of there better not be a scratch on it, like, joke, because it's obviously fucking totaled.
you get the worst glare eye from the driver. Because he sees the kind of piece of trash he's picking up right now.
I mean, it's a nice car,
it
just
is-
the back half is destroyed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Front half is fine. The sides
the
are
front half of a nice car.
It's
The back
literally
half
just the
is-
back end.
crunch. Maybe the axle of the back wheel might be a little off. Might have to balance it again. But
I
like,
will say, he would have taken the time to go around and gather all of the parts and thrown them in the back seat.
I don't think anything fell off. Maybe the bumper. Maybe. but that's it.
The bumper is in the back
Everything else
seat.
is just crushed.
That is, yep. And no sooner has the hover tow driven off, but another vehicle comes up, and the individual, well, actually, there's two. They come up and they give Baldric a greeting. Here's your new vehicle, gives you the access code, and then the second vehicle that came up behind takes the driver, and the two of them drive off and leaving you with the vehicle.
So fancy.
What kind of vehicle do we have?
Oh, God. Why don't you all talk about what you're going to do next, and I will come up with the vehicle.
Oh.
Should we go crash the date or let the lovebirds have their moment?
Let's. We're supposed to meet him at his office, correct?
I think.
I'm not sure.
He sent a message, didn't he?
Said he was going there. Wait, sorry.
I mean,
curious. What
you
did
could
this
message him.
say again?
I don't know. Boston, what'd you send them?
I told them
send them
that.
anything?
Yes, I told them that we would be bring their stuff in the vehicle or the vehicle, and meet us there whenever they're done.
Oh, that's right. You also wanted to make arrangements to have someone take Amelia's stuff to, what, a storage or...
To my, like, have some stuff there and see if it'll all fit.
We're gonna load it up into the rental.
Pretty much.
Okay, if that's the case, then the rental is going to be more of a hatchback vehicle. So there will be standard 4-5-seater with a sunroof and the back end that just opens up to allow whatever cargo that you might want to be able to put in there. And you're able to put in good 60 to 80% of what Amelia has or is left there. And Tilly has agreed to take the rest of it to the location later, unless you want to make 2 trips.
On that note, are we loading all of these like massive, jagged, sharp bits of robot scraps into the luxury rental?
No, I
it's
think
not hers. I was totally-
I think we were
No.
just putting like boxes of stuff.
I was just like in my head, it was
very
the funny
much-
idea of like the rental company looking in the mirror as we just start loading scrap iron into the back seat. And they're like, "What are you doing?"
This was our other car.
Hope you got insurance on that rental. Yeah, no, it's all in boxes and it's not scrap. It's like pieces that have been pulled apart and pulled out. Some of them are whole pieces that have yet to be pulled apart. There's like camera parts, cords, keyboards, sockets, connectors, all the things. Hard drives, servers, all kinds of stuff. So you're able to put in 80% of what was sitting there. And like I said, there was about like the equivalent of a small band tour. So like if you think drum set, guitar, bass, and all that other stuff, and some basic speakers, that's basically what it was. In as far as size goes.
We've got some rope, right?
I'm sure one
Potentially.
of us.
Someone has some rope.
Let me check my
Do I have rope?
person. Technically, I do. Rev, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
I
Because
do not have it on my
string.
person.
Because here's what I'm thinking.
Oh, rope.
We
I do
could
have it.
probably attach the rest of it by roping it onto the top of the vehicle, or we could put it in the car and rope one of us to the top of the vehicle.
How about 2 of us?
I got multiple face palms with one.
I immediately imagine Nash taking the rope, putting it through the little hoops on the roof, and then just riding it around like Teen Wolf, Michael J. Fox style. Just like...
Brings you up to 52 face palms. And Brett, you're at 9. That number's got to be higher, but 9 is what we're
surfing, let's go.
Yeah. Go for it. Have fun.
Nash is up for this, if everybody else is.
Granny's up for it. Roof ride.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't think that's the best idea.
Also, there is the potential of us getting pulled over.
I mean, as long as we're secured, technically, I'm pretty sure it's illegal. For the record, actually...
Is this legal?
Having people on top of a movie
You
vehicle?
do have a law
No.
book, Joe, that Jones did give you, Nash, as a part of the whole cowboy thing. You have that in your inventory. I gave it to you a while ago.
I have forgotten that I had this.
Who's got the highest intelligence check? Who's got the highest? Is that...
Gonna read,
Is
I
that-
guess.
Intelligence?
Yeah, who's got the highest intelligence?
+2.
Anybody got
So
more
I
than
got a
plus
14.
Going once. Going
We are
twice.
a bag of fucking idiots.
Okay. Fenrana, please roll me an intel check.
Well, I didn't actually get my dice ready. Give me 1 sec.
No problem.
I will,
Why?
since I have a book on this, can I try looking it up? Is that
Go for it.
okay? Investigation
You
sounds
fucking do better than me because that was a 1.
You rolled a 1.
Damn.
I'm rather distracted by the sheer idea of them wanting to ride on top of a car.
You're very, like, confused.
Who doesn't, though? That's the main question.
All right.
Would you think it was more like an investigation or
I don't know the contents of
Survival?
this book. Yes, let's do survival.
sounds good to me.
It's very much a survival check.
That's a 22, baby.
Okay.
Mind you, now Fen is in the is steadily more in the lead, doubling most other people's natural 1 counter for this campaign. I just want to let that be known. Continue,
That
Gears.
just
Apologies.
means that Fen's dice are the best, like, balanced out of all of ours.
Because aren't I, like,
So-
pretty high up there on my natural 20s, too?
With
Like third.
a 22 in survival. It starts to dawn on you as you read the pages. Cowboys are supposed to be discreet, not catch too much attention, but also in a town or city-state where hovercrafts are very prevalent, the height clearance is kind of low. And a 6 to 7 foot individual standing on the roof of a vehicle, like maybe
Lay down.
I was thinking like I said, Michael J. Fox
He's
in
not
Teen
surfing,
Wolf
no.
riding it. Yes, that's what I was thinking. I thought you were going surfing.
No, to be honest with you, I am taking this personally. Well, not personally, but I'm using personal experience for this. Because I grew up in farm country, and every year when we would cut down
We just
a tree,
attach ourselves to cars.
my brother and I would put a 18-foot tree in the back, and I would lay on top of the tree in the back of the truck.
Yeah, but that's in the
good.
bed. That's different.
It is different. It is. It absolutely
Is in the bed of the truck, yeah. But even still, on the roof of a vehicle, the clearance is supposed to be maintained at a specific level, but whether or not it actually is maintained, very, very questionable. There could be instances where it gets too close for comfort,
Yeah.
and not comfortable at all, considering the flesh that might disappear upon impact.
Just casually disappear.
Just like,
Oh no.
yeah.
Gotcha. So, I guess, but here's the most important question: is it legal or not?
Writing it? No. Because
Okay.
of that safety hazard, no. That is definitely not legal.
I just wanted to make sure because. Anyway,
If it was a city-state that did not have hover vehicles and hovercrafts, yeah, it would be more of a nose down looked at kind of thing. But considering there are at least 3 tiers of vehicles that operate just like others, making their turns and traffics and stuff. Yeah, it's don't be on the. Mm-mm.
Then yeah, Nash is gonna wave off that plan. No desire to go back to prison.
Yeah, segways are only permittable because they have their own lane, but also because by the time if you include the car height, you're basically the same height. But anything above that is very
Pushing it.
very much so. So deciding to forego the risk, what do you guys do? 2 trips? Yeah, let's say it'll add like there and back would be like a 40-minute round trip.
I mean,
Getting you closer to 10, 30, 11-ish.
we've got time. I mean, we could just do. I don't like 2 trips.
I thought we were going to do tattoos before.
But then you guys decided you specifically came up with 87 reasons why you shouldn't be in on the group tattoo.
We shouldn't.
Before
I
the
didn't
thing.
say not today, just after the thing.
Wait, it's a group tattoo? I thought we were just all going.
That's also what I thought.
I pitched the idea of a tattoo, and then somebody else jumped on, and then I said group tattoo, and everybody seemed on board, and now everybody's flaking. So, like, I guess it's just me getting a
Like
group
the same tattoo?
I'm not flaking. I just don't remember.
She was very inebriated.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
I was
don't
hiding in
remember
shame.
That.
I think you just. I think you were thinking it too much. I think you just need to do and not be thinking. You know what I mean?
Not a thing that happens. You
that's a
have to
thing.
think through actions before do.
No.
Ben, it's sometimes nice to join at our level of not thinkingness.
Yeah, I mean,
Just do.
did you see Ramita and I back there? You know why we're so good at punching robots in the face? It's because there's no thinking. None at all.
That's why you were able to help us out with that thing you don't like to think about. It's because you didn't think, you acted.
When I murdered the children.
You didn't murder anyone.
Oh, that.
It was a battle, and you fought.
I don't think they were
It was
children.
kill or be killed.
They were potential children. We don't know whether or not they were children.
I mean, I feel like your other boyfriend would have told you.
Other boy.
How many
She's apparently
boyfriends?
dating everyone whom I could talk to.
How many,
Well, they all seem interested in you, so
I will
it's hard
say,
not to ship them.
Gif was laying down some vibes.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I want to speak to you alone. I can only
was
trust
the
you,
officer
Ben.
on top of the fact that none of you were officially attached to me at that point. Legally, he probably should have only talked to me.
That's not what I was getting from all that.
Right. We're just gonna not touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Is that
We're going back to Boston's, correct?
at some point?
One trip. 2 trips.
When we're finished, yes.
I mean, isn't Boston going to be part of the tattoo group then? If it's going to be a group thing?
Aren't we delivering this stuff to Boston's office?
Yes.
I'm sorry. What is the plan? Where are we
This
going?
conversation
We're
can be
taking-
taking while you're doing all of that. This conversation
We're
can be
loading
happening
this
as
all
you're
up, yeah.
loading it up and then
Yeah, we're
putting
loading.
taking the trip down. And it's just every time Fen has this moment of freezing, somebody takes a package out of their hands and takes it up to Boston's. And just like, yeah, it's all going at the same time.
We can talk and move.
Yeah, totally.
We're smart enough to do that,
just-
I think.
I don't know what you're talking about.
even though Fen just keeps freezing up because of their friends. Oh god. Yes, I think we are going to Boston's not his apartment, his office with these materials to meet his potential partner. Romantic interest. I don't.
Yeah,
Amelia.
he's been confusing me too, but I just didn't want him to mess up.
Hey, so okay. Here's how we're gonna play it though. Play it chill. Alright?
I am decidedly sure that like half of us cannot be chill.
What does chill, like,
Alright.
really mean though?
It means like don't scare him off, you know what I mean? Like
Like, being like peace and love, or like,
no, I mean, let's do, you know how the energy you normally bring, don't bring that.
I have an energy?
Yeah, where you're like, oh, you two are together. You literally just brought it at Fen a minute ago. Matchmaker
Well-
extraordinaire.
I mean, you're my partner in that, but you totally saw that between
Yeah, but I
Giff
have
and
chill.
Fen. I'm a grandma. Do you know how hard it is to be chill? I have watched all of my kids go through those awkward stages where they bring home someone and they're like, oh, this is my friend. Friend. Nah,
I'm sorry.
I see.
Not friends.
There's a
She's alluding to they were more than friends, they just hadn't realized yet.
Does that happen a lot with children?
Yes,
Apparently.
Oh,
too often, especially when
Children.
they're like Fen and awkward
young people
and adorable and sweet.
and
Fen immediately looks offended.
I may have to reevaluate some things. As Rick is now remembering every time he let somebody, like, stay over.
They were where?
Nanny.
Yes, the nanny for the family he left. Yep.
He's like, oh no.
I'll have you know that I have no wisdom.
Oh, buddy.
And the children thank you for it.
oh no. But no, like
Especially after you guys get to know the children. But we'll get to there. We'll get there.
Well, seeing as one of them put a fucking bounty on him.
Name drops.
but all right. Here's what I'm getting at though. But we need to act like there's nothing going on, even when there's something going on. You know what I mean? That's chill.
So ignore it completely and act normal. That is completely doable.
Is it though? I mean, I think
How do
it
you
should
act
be.
normal? What is
By
considered
not
normal?
bringing it up?
But they're alone. Together. They had a date. You watched the date. You heard the date.
Look,
I had a conversation.
here's the thing. Boston, you guys know Boston's deal, right?
No? Yeah, yes. I don't know the answer to this question, and it's very much irksome.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
same.
do this without looking directly at Brett, and then he broke and I broke. Sorry.
I hope you're ashamed of yourself.
How dare thee?
Thee? Get out of here.
No, but like, he exudes that, I mean, I guess you could call it like a charisma, right?
You got that Riz?
It's why we sort of like
The
follow
Riz.
him around, right?
I can see
But-
it. He does kind of have that, like, I know what I'm doing
He doesn't
attitude.
at all. But
I was
neither do
about
we.
to say no.
And it's,
I mean, I definitely
Standing
don't know
right
what
outside
I'm
the door
doing.
listening to this conversation.
we are not
Like-
right outside the door currently. But if
We're
Nash
still
is
loading
saying
stuff.
this, we are in the car
Oh, we made it.
just pulled
Driving
up.
to his
Doors
place.
are still closed.
Why are they sitting out there? They've been out there for like 10 minutes.
You don't say anything. Go on your date.
You guys were meandering.
Austin
you
and
couldn't
Amelia
beat
are
the
like
car
It's
there.
two-
we're about 10 minutes out. Traffic's really awful. I can see you in the driveway.
No, but this is one of the first times I've seen Boston nervous. So what I'm asking, seriously, let's not fuck this up for him, okay?
I was not going to try.
Let's just say he's lucky I don't have any baby pictures of him.
That is not
I
reassuring.
think I'll be on Ramita
I-
duty at this
yeah.
point.
That would be great.
It's so much fun when you care about someone and they bring someone home to embarrass them.
Hey,
Because it's pretty
Ramita,
close together.
how about, and I'm going to just like completely try and like drag Ramita off somewhere. You show me some pictures of like your grandchildren. I'm actually rather curious how your family shaped out.
Oh, they're so wonderful. And I'm just gonna
All right,
go
Rick,
on the
let's
long
go.
list of
We
everyone.
Gotta go now, Rick.
So Baldric and Nash get into the vehicle, take the stuff, and head over to Boston's office. While Fenrana, you are looking at all of these photos of all the kids and all their grandkids, and the nieces and nephews, and the whole family unit, and you do see Viper in a few photos. And you will also see Viper
Oh God, I'm gonna see
in their boxing situation. Well, not necessarily boxing. It's more MMA. And their little their fighting ring and their opponents, and you get to see the team photo, several team photos because they do it for every year. And you see Baldric in his former attire, this quite formal fencing, and just with the top hat, without the top hat, you know, in the ring with their opponent. And you see some of his opponents. And then you see one of the, as Baldric and Viper are in the sidelines cheering on another team member doing their boxing match, you see Nash fighting against one of Viper's teammates. And it's not Nash. It looks like him, but the hair is different.
But the facial
You know,
features and all that stuff are still the
Very
same.
much so. Yep, the hair.
Okay.
I don't know if he's got facial hair now, but I don't think he did before. Yep. And then, of course, boxing ring attire stuff.
Yeah, it would have been clean shaven, close cropped hair so that it can't like sweat and get in his eyes. It would
Some of them,
been much leaner. Nash,
you look like a completely different person, though. Like, it's been like, what, 3 or 4 years? At least?
At least.
I don't know about a completely different person, but yeah.
But it's
Similar,
very
but
much
aged
a
up.
Nash. It's very Nash, aged down, slimmer, and more fit, and very, very focused. Like, laser point, sharp focus on their opponent.
There is one of Nash's hallmarks in my mind is the tiredness in his eyes that's constantly there, and it is not there in these photos. Right, that focus replaces that tiredness.
Yeah,
Poor baby.
and you might see a few photos of an aftermath of the opponent being knocked down. Nash is like arms up, winning, and Viper and Baldric are super concerned as they rush over, and thus like the end of those photos. And then of course, swimming pool, kid stuff,
Yeah. The less exciting stuff.
birthdays and
Dances and
graduations,
flowers.
and first date stuff, and some getting married, some having their first kids, etc., etc.
Great grandkids.
I love the fact that this is probably like on a holodeck kind of thing, and they're just kind of like scrolling through.
Yeah, and some of them, a lot of the ones where Ramita is standing with like a young child, some of them have papers. The child is like clinging to Ramita's leg and being held by the drow wife, and it's fresh adoption papers.
And just pure joy in everyone's face.
And they're all
Ramita's
kinds
so
of
happy.
kids. They're halflings just like Ramita. There's one drow just like her wife, and then there's a mishmash of others of humans and
They just took all the kids. All of them are.
all the cute ones or the strange weird ones that kind of fit under one or two categories that the two parents could handle.
Okay.
You would have adopted the world.
You have a rather large family, Marita.
Yeah, she loved kids. All ages, all kinds. She would have adopted them all if I could have. And I would have given them, let her if I could have afforded it. She's such a good mom. World needs more of her.
You two do look rather beautiful together.
Thanks. I'm like a toad compared to like a
Of course not, sweetheart.
beautiful angel. I mean, look at those long legs. Like,
And Rana, you notice that as a drow, she's probably just a few inches taller than you.
Yeah.
But to Ramita, there are miles
Long legs. But yeah, I'm gonna let everyone else kind of do their thing while we do this in the background.
mm-hmm.
I'm just playing distraction at this point.
Nash and Baldric, you guys have been able to make your 2 trips and get all the stuff to Boston's office. We'll say, 50 minutes, an hour later. It's about 11. Date's probably over, and you're heading back to the office to show.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Unless you want to do unless you want to roleplay the date.
No, I mean, the date was literally just some walking and talking. Like, he might have taken,
Basically.
and then it just would have been to the office, because,
The long way around, yep.
yeah.
But in the time that it took you guys to walk, they made 2 trips and got all the stuff there. So yeah, you round the corner. It's you took the long way around, but it's definitely same location, different direction, and you are seeing Nash and Baldric kind of empty the last few of the contents inside your office.
Point of order, really quickly. I was gonna distract Ramita as soon as to keep her away from Boston and his date.
So you're gonna stay at the cathedral, or
No, because I thought we were already at the office.
Oh, you guys were loading. You can do the distraction like the entire time. Like the photos. There's many photos, so like you guys can be in Boston.
So basically, I wouldn't have started it until I knew it was going to be the most effective time. So not while we're trying to load everything up. After that fact.
Sure. So you see Boston around the corner, and that's when you begin the photo. Okay.
Immediately distracting.
See, I told you you'd never have anything to worry about. Your stuff was going to get here safe and sound, but that is not the case, so I'm guessing they got it towed. Nope, and then the tow truck probably takes longer than it does because tow trucks are paid by the hour and they're all monsters.
Traffic.
Yep. Traffic. 10-minute drive away. Definitely traffic.
Well, we'll be fair. They were actually loading it in the back and dropping it off, so...
Sure. Sorry, I have some bad blood with tow truck drivers.
Either
Valid.
way. Yeah.
So, do I need a key or is it a code to?
It's probably both. No, in Boston. And he will hand her the key. And actually, they probably did that when they're out. He got her a copy of the key.
Great.
It's probably a locksmith around here.
Like 7-Eleven, quick stop.
Yeah. Your key. And he will, and I'll send you the code later. But that's for the bottom lock, and then the top lock is the key.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome.
He'll open the door, and he remembered to uninstall the security system that he had pointed at the door before yesterday, if I recall.
Baldric, how long does your alarm spell last?
8 hours?
I'm talking about the shotgun that was at the door.
Yeah, 8 hours.
Wasn't that done at the house anyway?
He did both the Boston's office and the apartment, but I think you guys have had it. It's been a day you've slept, so it's it's already worn off.
We've slept twice.
Don't tell me how much I've slept.
And then the drunk night.
So
schleps.
It's not very fancy, and he's gonna look to the group. Some say that it's kind of a bum place, but you know what? It's my place, and that's all that matters. And he'll open the door and let her in, and kind of show where they kind of put the boxes and where she'll be staying or be working, not staying.
Yeah. This is good. It's simple. A little small, but yeah, there's a lot of space.
Mind you, there's a storage unit 2 blocks from there. If you need to put anything there, we can get a tab for you, and either you can walk off the storage space, or we can just make that part of our arrangement.
Okay, sure.
You all right?
I think he's broken.
that's fine. It's been a lot. It's been a busy day already.
Yeah.
And your friends, they're where did you meet them?
He's gonna look to Nash, who's probably carrying a majority of stuff, and Baldric is like I can just like trying to slow drag because he doesn't want to admit he needs a dolly for it. Because butlers never admit they need a dolly.
Especially butlers with a negative strength.
Especially butlers with negative strength.
If you give him some wheels on his heels, he probably will be the dolly.
I love that so much.
Right.
That, like, they've
We need to
taken
get
the
wheels
rope
on Baldric.
and attached it to Nash, and so Nash is carrying things, and then Baldric has something in his arms, and is the dolly getting pulled behind Nash.
I had a sci-fi campaign, and I was playing a halfling artificer, and I made the long strider spell, which it adds additional 10 feet movement speed, just roller skates. He would just like click on roller skates and just zoom.
I'm sorry, click on? Are you talking about Heelys? Are you saying your artificer has Heelys?
No,
I guess-
there there are the better rollerblades that actually are like the clip-on parts.
That you clip onto your shoe, yeah.
There
Yeah.
are some that you have to step into.
I was thinking more
Better
like in the
than
movie
Huey.
Robots.
Actually, there's the ones where you click the button on your heel and wheels
And
pop
then there's
out.
a
Rev.
4.
Yeah.
Rev, of course
I was
they're
thinking more of
Heelys.
like Cappy from
Feelies
Robots.
to
I don't know if you guys
escape my feelies.
remember that. Anyway.
Okay.
Remember the beginning of
all
this
the
when I
references.
said let's play it cool? There's no way it's anything but Heelys if we're playing it cool. That's all I'm saying.
With
Okay, the
your
question is,
outfit, you
when-
look like you popped out of 2002.
Hey,
Did we-
So yes, Nash is loading stuff into the office, and you take a look around at your friends, or at least the people that Amelia has just called your friends.
I met Baldric 2 weeks ago, about maybe 3 weeks ago, part of a job. And we're still working on that job. That's also where I met, and he's going to point to the two that are looking at photos. And I met Nash while I was doing some work in prison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hope it's not an issue, and he'll pull out his holy symbol. I'm a clergyman.
Oh, that's fine.
You won't have to go to church or anything like that if we have another date, don't worry. No surprise fundraisers or whatever.
Okay.
oh, I
And she
had been
kinda
thinking
smiles.
about doing a bake sale if you're interested.
Elbows Nash.
What?
It's a-
Too soon.
That's okay. My family does stuff similar to that. But I should probably go and check on Tilly.
Yeah, okay. I did give us some money to cover the door, by the way. I think you might have been out for that. Because I don't think the plan was to wreck through her door, and then we just kind of did, and I felt bad.
That's
Plan was 100% to go through her door.
Yeah.
Before you check on Tilly, where are we putting these boxes?
anywhere, I guess. I'll just figure out how I need the space. And
Keep it out of the two front rooms, like in the back area where the where your office is actually gonna be, Nash. Because we're not gonna be here for a while. I hope you don't mind. I'm renting the space.
I had an office?
We're going to. It was gonna be a part of your surprise. You're here. Like there's a little desk in there and everything. That's before gonna look to Baldric that and we.
He's got an ear-to-ear grin. Yeah. He's just gonna set the box down, right? Unloop himself from Baldric and run on in.
It's fairly simple. There's like a little welcome, like one of those like Dollar General like welcome like cards and like little office. There's not like cupcakes or any surprise or anything like that, but there's a basic desk, a couple posters, things like that. Fighting stuff because he knows that you enjoy that stuff that you could have hung up. Not of your personal stuff or any of you, but just general stuff so that you could have put up into a desk like a little basketball hoop thing, a dartboard.
it's got the same stock motivationals poster on there that's similar to the one that's on the front, but just kind of like, leadership and
The hang in
has-
there, kitten.
Yeah.
Except
yep.
it's a cat punching the tree instead of a cat hanging onto it or something like that. It's simple because he's not an interior decorator.
No.
Oh,
Well,
and
much
a
as
bottle of
He's
whatever,
not a decorator.
and a bottle wrapped with a little bow on it of whatever your favorite alcohol is. He would with a little like, welcome to being a cowboy, Nash.
I
I still
honestly
owe boss
haven't.
in a bottle.
I'm gonna go with gin, because
Sure.
It's
Beefeater
delicious.
feels like the favorite brand.
It's good gin.
Honestly, it's all I can think of.
For a
There's
for a
Bombay
boxer,
Sapphire.
yeah.
Gin or whiskey, that's typically what the boxers I've known enjoy. So yeah.
Do you drink?
Me? No.
Well, that's why I was confused.
No, my grandfather was a boxer and he had a lot of boxing buddies back when Afro boxing was still considered cool.
Amelia looks up at you and goes, "That's really nice of you."
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I should probably go.
Yeah. I'll send you a link when we'll try to make it like a formal like arrangement that you're renting the space and all that jazz, but I will be paying you for the electronics you want to work for and making security systems and all the stuff we talked about before.
Sure. I could probably use to install some here.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll
Let me call you a cab, or are you just gonna walk?
And she looks over at her wrist, and there's a line on it, and it's turned from blue to teal green. I think I'll be okay.
You all right? Do I have any idea what the kind of tech is, or is that something I'm not familiar with?
Do an intelligence check.
All right. Decent. I'm got a guidance myself. Ah! My gelatinous cube.
My nose.
Well, there goes Rev.
Oh,
And Rev is
that's
maybe-
really
Nobody.
That was a total of 24 with no modifier, with a +4 to guidance and a natural 19. Or 23, sorry, 23.
okay. Absolutely. This is there's a little line on the inside of her wrist, and it is like kind of like an insulin measure, but it's to help kind of like just insulin tells you like how well she is and if she can handle a lot of physical exertion. And as of right now, like blue, bright blue, or deep blue are good. Anything going towards the yellow spectrum of green, not so good. And of course, getting past yellow is danger. But she's, good for another walk if she needed to, if she wanted to.
Well, it was great to see you again. And like I said, I'll send you a formal contract in a little bit and call you later.
I'd like that.
And he will... We'll see if he's feeling brave enough to do a hug or offer a handshake. Nope, he's going to go for a hug, pause, then offer a hand out for a handshake. Not with a 5. He ain't feeling that brave. He's also wearing his full power suit, so he didn't know if he doesn't want to accidentally crush her.
Right.
You're still Granny's distracted.
I do feel like Nash is in the background with the bottle of Beefeater going.
I almost want to do a perception check to see if she sees that, but
Can Nash do a performance check just to see how?
Go for it.
Hell
We'll set the DC at 12.
That is, despite my -1, a 15.
Okay, she does not notice at all. It is very much covert.
He is
covert.
not paying attention to you. He is focused in on her because if he looks up at you, he's gonna start making like, no, stop it, go away, like, stop.
You see it out of the corner of your eye, but you're pretty sure this, yeah.
Other hand behind her head is just middle finger, just nope. Nope.
She takes the hand and she gently shakes it, and your suit makes the proper corrections so as not to crush the little fingies within the palm.
Wait. So am I understanding this? You shake hands and then you reach around to flip.
No,
Nash
it's
off?
like so
Looks
basically
like
like
you're
this,
going
and the
for
other
a
hand
hug.
is out
I'm
of
just-
her. Well, he was going for the hug and then stopped because he was like, I don't want to accidentally crush this person. I've hung out with her for less than 4 hours in total, maybe 5. And she's got high anxiety. He doesn't know what a hug would do. Like, he doesn't want to give her an anxiety attack. She already has an insulin thing. He's like, what if she has asthma? I don't need that.
And so she
He's panicking. You don't know.
she kind of she gives you a little smile. Looks you in the eye and just kind of this little glimmer of a smile and just kind of walks around and goes out the door, and she's soon gone from sight.
Oi.
Wait, do we want to try to give her a ride back?
She said she wanted to take a walk.
Okay.
I offered to get her a cab. She said she'd rather walk. And he's gonna point to the bottle you're holding. Yeah, welcome to the firm. Welcome to the firm, I guess.
Thanks. And he's gonna switch he'll switch the gin to the other hand, sock you in the shoulder, and walk away.
What? Is it? What was? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get you your favorite colored glasses to go with the gin? What the hell's the matter with you?
It wasn't, for the record, it wasn't like a full-powered sock.
No, but he's still taking it like he's overly being offended to let you know he's in a decent mood or he's back to normal. He's not stressing out about being with the girl. If that makes any sense.
I mean, you did miss an opportunity.
Judith, I just got the suit less than a week ago. I don't know all the kinks. I didn't want to accidentally crush her. And also, she's got a medical thing. I didn't know what other things she might have.
We really gotta work with you. Because there are these things that you have called words.
Sure.
You could ask.
In front of you, Chucklefucks? Looking to the four of you.
Still in the car, looking at photos.
It's only the two of us.
No, you were there. You just kind of went into the kitchen.
You're the guy. You were.
You saw Boston around the corner. You're like, "Come with me, Ramita. Let's look at your photos."
Let's go look at stuff. Distraction.
Gladly followed. Yeah, there's more pictures. There's hours and hours of photos.
Yeah. Fen, do a charisma save.
Save? I'm a bard, bitch.
Yeah, see how you're able to stay entertained.
Disadvantage.
Of course, that's the one I get a freaking. That's 19 plus 6.
Okay. You're complaining with a 19?
No, it's more of I'm pissed off that was the one I got the 19 on instead of the thing that I wanted to just like the intelligence check I had literally 2 seconds earlier that I got a 1. But
yes.
Same fucking dice too.
You're very, very much yes, this whole everything is quite on the level of interesting, and it's very, yes, it's gotten to your Auroran side of, this is culture, these are some of the things that you studied in school, and adoption and families and the
everyone
expansion.
loves those humanitarian lessons that you had to take instead of psychology, or you took with psychology because it just made sense, and man were they awful. Yes,
and it like alerts your brain up in all the nice places of all the areas of interest that you actually focused on in school. So this is actually rather interesting.
Also a history lesson somewhat.
True. Because the photos are very aged.
I do agree there are things I could have worked on, but again, I'm learning, I'm trying, and she seemed to enjoy herself. I mean, haven't you had, but what? Were you saying that on your first date you were as smooth as you are now, Nash? I don't know. I'm up here.
Different. It was a little bit different. I didn't have my first date within 24 hours of meeting.
Oh. Huh. So I'm a fast learner, or I just am down a slippery slope?
It's all different.
Sure. he's gonna clink off his gloves and put them, or the armored gloves or the gauntlets, and like clip into the side as he's gonna start moving some of the boxes into the office area also.
I'm sorry, you're wrapping up your date and now you're taking off your armored power gloves?
Is Baldric gonna give him this critique, or is that Rev just shunning Brett
That's just
specifically?
Rev.
I'll
I feel
DM
like
you
that would
why
also
later.
be a Baldric thing. I feel like that would also be a Baldric thing. Like,
Actually,
shouldn't you take your hands off to shake a lady's
Isn't that
Etiquette.
proper?
etiquette?
I think Baldric would have been shocked to see you like on a date in your armor, but wouldn't say anything in presence of people.
So are we going with the tattoo parlor first, or are we going straight to the afternoon meeting?
I mean, are we doing this or no? I mean, we got. I don't know how
What we
long
doing?
tattoos take in this world. If
11,
they are
right?
faster with the newer tech, or
It all depends on the artist. So, but let's see
Like
here.
usual.
Those who would know, Boston, Nash, and Finrana. Ramita, do you have tattoos on your character?
I would think that Granny has like one or two, but just small ones. that
Are they
she
early
got
on?
with her- yeah, like
Okay.
early on with her wife.
So Finrana and Nash and Boston would know at least
Most
that.
recently.
Yes, the most recent tattoos that are applied can be just a few minutes, depending on the size and ink, because a lot of them can be laser printed or laser burned into the skin, and it can just be a few, you know. Whereas there are still traditional artists who will go with the more mechanical means, or even the ancient ways of like a
Tap, tap, tap,
bamboo
tap, tap.
stick. Yep, tapping. All of those are available depending on the artist you go with and where you get them.
well, yeah, you have seen the art that Nash wants to get. He wants to get, and I will actually. Should I show it to stream yet?
Yes.
Because I actually do have it loaded up.
Do it.
Go for it.
It is actually something I created a little while ago that you all have seen, but I don't think we've shown people.
I've never seen it before. What is it?
No one in the chat has seen it.
So it is. It's on the left side of our screen right now. It's the Bodega Street Team graphic we developed.
Oh my gosh.
Cute.
Bodega. Street team.
Uh-huh.
Loser.
Yep, the outline. Yep.
There's this version, and then somewhere I also have a rainbow version, but I don't know where that is.
That seems gay.
I mean, about that. But
So yeah.
So yeah, I have my normal tattoo artist I go to.
oh, hey, here it is. I have it.
Update.
So yeah, Boston has his normal place where he goes to where he can
Yeah.
get his stuff done. Ramita, you are used to the older fashioned ones, not the lasered ones. So you're thinking like typical time of 45 minutes to 3 hours for whatever size or type that you might get. Where everyone else knows that most tattoos anymore depend. If you get the smallest one, it could be just 2 minutes. You know, outside of the conversation of payment and whatnot, to 30 minutes for a larger one. Or anything that might take a couple of swipes because different colors, different healing times, etc.
Interesting side note. This graphic is actually part of what inspired the newest section of our intro video.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super cool.
The very end
I was there
section
for
where the
that
team comes together is actually this image redone.
Yes.
It's very cool.
He had to put effort into it, and everybody needs to appreciate it.
Look,
It's so pretty.
I'm excited because folks finally know what's up. I thought it was cool
He's like,
for a
look what
while.
I did.
Oh, it's cool. Let me praise you. Come on.
We still don't have shirts.
Or stickers. or mugs. Where's the mug? Where's the Bodega Street Team mug?
And jackets.
I want a car sticker.
We should have somebody should have a mug. That should be a thing because we are on screen. We do hydrate stuff.
My wife collects mugs.
Or at least maybe here to throw onto a thermos.
Stickers.
Stickers.
Anywho,
We'll have to believe.
I'm into fitness. Fitness taco into my mouth.
Okay.
I think
That's what it says.
maybe we should go to break.
Maybe a
That's
little
good
bit.
time.
Sounds good to me.
That's a good cue to go to break.
All right, y'all. We'll see you in a few seconds, in a few minutes, or whatever the time measurement is. Bye-bye.
Exactly.
Bye.
welcome back to everything that's been going on here. And this voice wasn't supposed to be Mickey Mouse, but all of a sudden it is. Oh no! So here we are. Are you ready? Have you gotten your drink and your snack? Maybe a little nap? Because breaking character is about to begin, friends. Oh ho! Welcome back, everybody!
From the
It's
break,
Tony,
we are
Tony.
going to
You
be...
didn't immediately abandon it. Look at that.
We're back
sorry,
from our
Sony.
break. We're gonna
Oh,
see what
gosh.
these crazy
Tony,
characters
Rosie broke into
do.
your office.
We're gonna try and keep this quick. We're gonna try to keep it only within an hour or so, because, you know,
Many of us
life
are
is
fading.
beating the whatever.
We're
The
tired.
beat.
For bedtime.
Including the gears.
So, date finished up. Now, is it time to go see the person or do the tattoos? I think we were leaning towards tattoos.
I think so.
Yes. Nash is on the tattoo train here. Choo choo.
That's fine.
Choo choo.
Granny's gonna be like, do we have enough time though? Because don't they take a long time to do?
Depends on the artist. Mine's pretty quick.
Yeah,
And
but
the
like a quick
style.
one goes like an hour almost still.
When was the last time you got a
Since
tattoo?
you had a tattoo.
Yeah. Was TV
You
still
probably weren't
black and
even-
white when you got a tattoo?
Oof.
Was TV
Pick
still
an
two-dimensional?
anniversary. Pick an anniversary, Ramita.
Let's go
Thirty-fifth.
for the big number, beautiful 30. No, 10.
Are they gonna say 69th?
So we're gonna do a 10-year anniversary of your oldest being sober.
So that's like 3 years from now.
Oof.
No.
My oldest is dead.
Oh shit!
The
That's
oldest
a-
child?
That's-
Yeah.
That's why they've gotten their
Greatest.
10 years.
That's oh wow, that would sound so
good.
far.
What do you spike your water with?
I love the fact that Ramita is the most tragic fucking character. But she's a goddamn spitfire. In
Here's the
spite
thing.
of it.
Ramita is like the dad from the grandpa from Up
Yeah.
Yes.
mixed with
Betty White from Gold, just Betty White,
I'm
or the granny from Madagascar.
no,
I don't know
no,
her
no.
name.
I think you're right. Betty White from the Snickers commercials where she's hangry.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go. Betty White and Up. Okay. So,
I'll
Ramita,
take it.
the last tattoo you got was to celebrate your eldest child being sober for 10 years. But that was still quite a long time ago. That was probably at least, gosh darn it.
Porsche.
How old is your character? 210?
Yeah,
So
somewhere
we'll
around
say
there.
like 90 years ago.
So my question
Yeah, I
isn't
don't-
invalid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think your parents were thinking about you yet.
Probably not.
Things have changed.
Yeah, you can get them done really quick. I mean, also, my guy and his crew, they get the stuff done. Obviously, if you want to get, like, an intricate-looking dragon or, like, a chapter of scripture on your back, might take them a bit longer. Font sizes and all that jazz, but, like, they can get it done quick. I usually get mine done under 30 minutes. Well, depending on what the DM says, 30 minutes.
Oh, we'll be rolling dice for that.
Okay.
But
I mean,
yeah.
he's getting his
It could
usual,
be-
so.
Uh-huh.
All right, they're not too far from here. Just follow me.
And did we decide we're all getting the same one, or are we getting different ones?
I mean, I had my
You all
design
walk
picked out.
outside the office as Fenrana asks this question.
Locking
walk
and
towards-
closing door.
Yep.
I'm always down for group ones. That's what all of mine have been so far.
I gotta get one that's more personal for me, but I don't mind getting two. It just might take me a bit longer.
I mean, I gotta get some touch-ups, so...
In Baldric, they do have someone there that does specifically plate work if you want to get some sort of markings as well.
I had never considered it. What could I get? What should I get?
I mean, and he'll show some images or like portfolios that they have on their website of like what they do with Warforged and things like that. Like it's different, you know, if they're fighters, they might have like religious text or like symbols of like great machines that might give them strength or anything, you know.
Real quick.
Nash is going to show you
nice,
his...
okay.
Nash is going to show you his design that he has mocked up for the Bodega Street team. This is
There's
what
also
I'm
other
getting.
options as well.
And I think Ramita's on board.
Yes, I think that would be quite lovely. I don't know if I'd be able to do color. But yeah, that would be great.
There's a black and white version.
Although it, Gear, I know we've never talked about it. Do we have a material in mind for Baldric's like plate work? Because if it's titanium, you can anodize it basically any color.
Do you want to be titanium?
Yeah, if you want.
Or is he a Tin Man who's looking for his heart?
I mean, at this point, it could be plated. You know what I mean? It could be made of one thing, but plated with another for aesthetics, especially since the Asters were more definitely going to be wanting to make sure that their robot was very up and up with the locals.
In that case, for sake of it, let's go ahead and say that, yeah, at least externally, it's all titanium plate.
Yeah. Because I think making it titanium inside and out would change the AC or DC. The AC, yeah.
I mean, I've got good hit points, and you could also just have it coming from that.
Also, titanium could not be as strong or as valuable in this world comparatively.
Material science is bullshit.
Right?
Right.
So yeah, we'll just say it's plated and yeah. So yeah, you could definitely get any kind of color burned into it.
Perfect. In that case, I take back the last thing I said because Rick would know what he's made of.
Perfect. I'm sure they can get to work on you. It might take you a bit longer than everyone else, but they also might take off some of your plates to make it easier so that they can kind of get it. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. I've never, gotten my plates.
Anodizing usually only takes a couple of seconds. I assume the etching would take the longest, but even that would be quick. And I don't have a sense of pain. So
we shall see.
I might actually have the easiest time of the group.
You always were the simplest one to hang out with, and he'll tap you on the shoulder.
Tink.
Tink. Ow.
Tattoos don't hurt. I've mostly gone to sleep while I've gotten mine. Even the manual ones.
This conversation happening, you're walking down the road, you make a couple of turns. Takes a bit longer than a few of the other trips that you've made so far, but you've finally reached up to you do come across, you do have to get onto what would be a trolley at the second level. That's not a high hover vehicle, and is held on by a cable above it. You pay the toll and get aboard, and it moves along, curves around the apartments and the buildings quite closely, but very safely. Maybe a little close for comfort, but engineering-wise, it's absolutely safe. Visually, though, it might be a little alarming to some. And you come across, when you come to the stop, you get off, and there is what?
Nothing.
What?
Continue. No, it's not. You're doing great, Gears. I am listening. I promise.
I'm a menace in chat. I'm listening to you, but I'm being a menace in chat. Don't worry.
I really should just not have you guys on in Discord at all, so I can focus.
No, it's not even Discord. It's not even Discord.
I know, but your faces are distracting.
Blade, where's the rest of
Anywho, you come across this office that is... I'm trying to find a visual so I can describe it pretty well. But anywho, there are windows going across from one side to the front door, and then it goes back to brick. And the windows have the bars across them to keep for reinforcement, but also for, security. There are neon lights in the front of the windows. Still second level, by the way. You're on the sidewalk or the extended platform. And it says tats and tits and shit.
Well,
So I can't remember what I actually wrote it down. I actually had a name for it. I can't remember it. I don't know where I wrote it, but that's what it's gonna say. In Boston, as you arrive, the neon sign blinks and kind of turns off on its own, and then comes back on, and it's just as bright as it was before.
Is that normal, or is it showing like disrepair?
Oh, absolutely, it's both.
Oh,
It's been in
Just yes.
need of repair for quite some time, so yes, absolutely yes.
I'm sorry. What was the place called? I got the last two. I just see the first one.
Tats.
Tats.
and tits
Okay,
and
thank you.
stuff.
Tats, tits, and shits.
Shits, that's the one.
Bits and shit.
Is shits with a Z at the end, or is it an S?
I don't care. Like I said, I had a name
It's a
for it.
Z.
I can't find it.
Yours is
it was
done
much
with
more.
us.
It was much more clever than that. Trust me. Oh. Anywho, you see an individual getting tattooed with a laser machine. They are on a bed, and there is a machine hovering above that is going up and down their arm, and simultaneously getting one on their chest collarbone, while an operator stands nearby with the goggles and the lights that flicker to mark the person's skin are rather bright, so they're the rather dark goggles of a welding machine. But they are next to the window for all to see if anybody wishes to view.
So the people don't do them themselves anymore?
That is an option, but a good deal of people use machines, no?
Yeah.
Ben's
But-
going to actually pull up their right sleeve and show this like intricately weaved kind of like magical energy kind of looking wisp kind of wrapping around a whole bunch of like circuit board designs up their arm. This one was manual.
I feel like if you let the machine do it for you, you're kind of taking away the art, though. Because
I mean,
humans make mistakes, and that's part of art.
they still have artists draw it, so there could still be
Yeah,
mistakes in
it's-
the design. If mistakes
Yeah, it's not
are what
like
you
it's
want.
an AI making the thing. It's you still bring in your own.
I'm not. What's?
Do you guys
not want
enter
it to
as
come
you're
out
having this
perfect?
conversation?
Like, wouldn't
We're walking
the
in as we're doing this.
idea to have it be as perfect as possible?
What's the name of the my normal? I don't care about gender or anything like that. Like, just what's my
Right,
normal
right, right.
tattist?
Your normal tattist. Oh shit! I had their physical description.
My
already.
artiste.
Your artiste. If chat feels like being nice, I'll let them name it. But
Blade.
no.
1 second.
Give me a sec. Give me a
I got
sec.
it,
Give me a
I
sec.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Blade beat you all to it, though.
Oh, I was going to redeem my 10,000 points that I've been sitting on for this exact moment.
Not Clara Oswald.
But
I like that.
Oh,
if we want to give it to Blade, I will sit still on this. And
there's actually a story behind the name Clara, but I'll tell you guys later.
Okay.
Okay, Clara. And I already had the tattoo artist chosen, so this is gonna be interesting. All right. So you walk in, the door slides open. It's an automatic shh, and as you walk in, it does the shh as it closes again. And the artist who is working on or operating the table of the person in the behind the glass as you came in is not your artist. It's not your usual. It's another person. But you do see your person in the back, kind of sitting, having a smoke. Shirtless, top, all kinds of tats all over their chest and arms, up their neck, up the side of their face. And, oh wait, where's my characters? Here we go. And the other arm, one arm is partially tatted. The other arm is very much a cybernetic implant going from just below the shoulder and completely, the rest of it is all machine work. It is also kind of a unusual assortment array of different types of machine work plates, and some plates are missing, some are different colors. And he's sitting there smoking, and he's got two little holes in his neck, kind of where someone might have a stud, but instead they're like little gauge holes. And as he smokes, he's talking, the smoke kind of comes out his neck hole. He's talking to another person on a chair in front of him, but it's also another tattoo artist, not a client.
You know that'll kill you, right?
Oh, what is up? Yo, Boston! How you been?
He's gonna point. Got some friends.
Oh, nice!
You're finally
Any friend of Boston's a friend of mine. He gets
Tell
up
me
and
you old bag of bones.
Yeah, he gets up and he puts his cigarette in his metal hand, and he grabs with the flesh and just like pats you on the back and claps you on the back of the neck. It's like, good to see ya, man. Good to see ya.
Real quick, Rick is going to message Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Is this another cowboy hangout? Are you about to screw me again?
This is not a cowboy hangout, if I recall. This is just his tattoo artist, correct, Gears?
Do a dex check to see how quickly and discreetly you text Boston.
Okay.
Oh, I thought that was for me.
No.
Natural 1.
Yay! Literally holds his phone up in front of him.
Angry cybernetic texting.
He's typing in on his arm, and there's a display that's being put up on the wall as he's typing it.
I mean, I feel like it's a thing where he's got like different like languages on. So he first tries to type it, it's in binary. Then he has to correct it to try to type it in English, but halfway through it turns to emojis, and he's just panic typing.
Yeah, and it's also like hologram displaying on the wall somewhere, and he's maybe not noticing that it's showing exactly what he's typing. I mean, that's an absolute fail. That's like where it is.
Granny level shit.
Oh yeah,
You're just walking in, the guy instantly recognizing Boston. I think Rick would be distracted and frustrated.
Oh yo, what's up?
Being at the last place we had that happen.
Ben doesn't know that yet either.
Nope, Ben knows nothing.
I forgot Fen wasn't there for that.
Yeah, we haven't been sharing a lot with Fen.
Fen is still in the dark.
You've got all this downtime, and none of you have shared anything. Your characters have not shared anything.
We've been very busy
Once in a while.
between downtime and our defense.
I mean, for the record, I shared some shit with Fen. All
You
right.
could have shared some while you were like loading the stuff onto the car. Anyways, point being, we're past that. Clara, just hold you like, dude, it's good to see ya. Like, ain't been a minute.
I get busy.
I know you want another tattoo? Is that what you're here for? You another for?
Yeah. It happens. This time, I need this end to be a skull, though, if you don't mind.
Another one of those, huh?
Can't be helped.
Well, you know, it ain't but a thing. You know, get over here. And he has his hand behind your neck and he pulls you over.
Yep.
Kind of into that lovingly. You're with me. You're my client. We're gonna take care of you.
Oh, Clea,
He's
this is Fenrana, Kerr, pointing to Baldric, he says Kerr.
Sir?
Ramita, and I told you about Nash a couple of times.
Oh yeah, I got a few of your message. I'm sorry, I haven't been able to, type back up, and I've been a little busy. But you seem like a good guy. So you're Nash, huh?
Yeah. Clara?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Nash.
Nice to meet you. You going to get a tattoo too?
Yeah, I mean, I gotta. I'm gonna do a tat, but also I just a little bit of touch up, cover up, as well.
One of those. Okay.
While I'm here.
Not a big deal. Look, we're gonna sit you over with Max. Max, you good? And as you see, Max is like this other. He's a big guy. He's also shirtless, but he's wearing a large vest. And he's got his hair. It's black, slicked back, and tied into a ponytail with a little goatee. And he's just like, yeah, I got you. Come over here. And jeans, big, beefy guy. Almost as many tattoos as Clara. And Clara's looking at.
Oh, Boston's just he probably would have taken off his armor when we were at the thing because if he were going for the tattoo, he didn't want to have to take off the armor in this place. Yeah.
Yeah, I assume he was already because he would have mentioned the armor shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and he lets you have a seat. You know where he was sitting. So, what you been up to? You gotta keep me updated. You know, how was what was that other thing that you got? What was the last? You were in jail last I saw you, weren't?
Yeah, the only time Boston comes to tattoos from Clara is for a specific thing. Then sometimes maybe tune up on his scriptures. But because he has the ones on his fingers.
Right.
But when he lifts up his shirt, all of you see, except this is the first time for Fenrana and Ramita, he has several different tattoos from, how do I describe this? A couple look like originally they were some sort of beast or some sort of gang symbol, but they have been turned into what looks to be flowers, or it looks like there was a monster and it's been turned into flowers or grain, and a one of those, a better word, Thanksgiving harvest baskets that you'd see. Yes, cornucopia. On his knuckles, he's always had his tattoos that forget what they originally said.
I think it was redemption or something.
Yeah,
or
redemption
redeem.
with redeem. Yeah, but he doesn't have any tattoos per se on the front of his chest, but right underneath where his heart would be, think of All Might's scar. It looks like something splashed him, and then it has heavy scar tissue all along his stomach. For people that have been in fights / are common, that does not look like the kind of scar that most people walk away from, or that's heavy plastic surgery. On his back, however, there are several different tattoos, but the ones on his lower back, it looks like someone stopped and are continuing now to make sunflowers. It's just a lot of stems on his back. And when you look, each one of the sunflowers The center is a different thing. It seems to, there's no real pattern, it just seems random. But you guys speculate, that's what I meant by this middle one has to be a skull.
Okay.
Yeah. Clara looks at you. Looking pretty good for a dead man.
You'll want
It's
to
the
talk.
same joke. It's the same joke he's ever given you.
Yep. Actually, in other news, I had a date today, apparently.
You're kidding me.
Nope.
Holy shit! And he takes the cigarette from his metal hand, just like the big old. You want?
I just. Yeah, what the hell? Is it actually a cigarette or is it something else?
It's his usual cocktail, which is a little bit of tobacco, cloves, and for us, marijuana. So it's a little bit of all three. So, but it's a light mixture. It's like some of it's for the effect, some of it's for taste. But it's something he does on a usual basis, and he rolls himself. So it's like it's a tolerable amount.
Yeah, but
especially for someone like Boston who smokes regularly.
Yeah. Appreciate that. And he'll hand it back afterwards.
No problem. And puts it back in his middle hand. Starts pulling the machine down to kind of. You want the same rapid?
Yeah, rapid, just with a skull in the middle of one of the flowers. If you don't mind. No
problem. He pulls it down and kind of rearranges it and moves it around.
Yeah, it wasn't the best start for a date. There was a malfunction there in Eventa, actually. They were the one that won the festival the other day.
Oh, yeah, I meant to check that out, but...
You're busy?
I don't know. Tech stuff, like, I like all the good, cool stuff they come up with. Like, that one year they came out with the new lay on hands. What are they called? The latex things. Anyways, it was good for tattoos. Like, Bugsy over there, he loves using it. And this is the same guy in the window using the hover part. Yeah. Sen, we started talking yesterday. I was trying to just get a business contact and somehow got myself a date last night. And then we hung out this morning. There was an issue, though. We're supposed to have coffee, and somehow, I ended up saving them from a giant security droid. No shit! Those things malfunction, you say? Yeah, you know they is. Wow. Well, I ain't never had nothing so expensive needed a security bot, so, I mean, good to know. Yeah, it was a prototype. One of her inventor buddies was making one for himself, and just, they malfunction. This feels like a barbershop scene. Very much so. It's very much that. At that, with this, Nash, you're getting your tattoo by Max. Are you going with the same laser imprint?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is. I think. So first and foremost, I think he'll probably get probably the Bodega Street team right in forearm here. And then his shoulders that have the Storm Gorilla markings. He's gonna try and cover those up. I'm not sure what the best option is for that, Tony, because I am not a tattoo person. If they're like the ones I saw in your model, it's gonna take a lot of ink to redesign them. So, like large detailed work to change it, or it'd probably be better if he was going to suggest that it be just removed instead of remarked, because it would just end up being like large black arms. You know what I mean? Yeah. Assuming it's what your model had. It is. It's very close to that. Okay. They didn't have the exact design on my model, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, like with the flames and stuff going from shoulder to wrist. He would suggest that you just have it removed or just have certain parts changed, because to redo the whole arm would just basically give Nash 2 black arms.
Nash, what symbol are you trying to change up?
These, and he'll point. So it actually is not all the way down to his arm. That was just the closest I could get. It is mostly bicep here.
I'm talking about, for the audience members that might not recall what your tattoo markings are, because we don't talk about them often.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so you guys would know. So he has 2, basically they're gorillas, but made out of clouds on each arm. Which and so he's looking to turn those into something else.
I mean, hey Max, you think you could maybe look at like the storm clouds, or maybe like, I don't know. I mean, you want to kind of, and he'll reference a verse talking about how Lythander, you know, he's just about redemption, and the kind of the power of the storm can help wash away our past sins and struggles.
Ooh. What if? Okay, we got Whiting, right?
Yeah.
What if we did? I don't like the full black. I don't think that's great. But if we used it then for a canvas for white ink, would that work?
I am the expert.
Max looks. She's like, this white. It can go through some shit. Give me a minute. And he goes to his like little basic iPad drawing board to try and figure out some kind of composition that's gonna come up with what you want. And what's up?
Oh, he just was basically gonna put some Lythander shit.
Right.
Down. The dark.
So,
but we may end up with a removal. I don't know how I personally feel about blackout tattoos, and so.
Right.
Blackout tattoos, you can ink in white over them.
Can you? Okay,
it's just a thing you have to get redone.
Yeah, white does not stay long.
Yeah, white wears out pretty quickly, but I'm thinking Cybertech, this is probably an
that is true.
fantasy world where we could actually have that happen.
To be fair, going back into material sciences, the reason why lighter inks break down in the body is because they are smaller pigments, and the way tattoos fade is by the pigmentation itself being broken up by your white blood cells. So theoretically, in this world, you could have some sort of very large molecular white pigment, which would be a long-lasting white tattoo ink.
Mind you, he is also green skinned, so his pigment probably does have is a little different than ours.
It's a really bad idea, but lead can be used for white pigment.
No.
It's not Romita era tattoos. You don't gotta.
No, it's not.
But anyway,
you don't have to go back in time.
I do think he'll do symbol of Lythander. Sort of. He's basically gonna take the dark arm and make it like the darkness, and then do a symbol of Lythander lighting up the dark. And then he'll probably use the redemption thing on the other side.
He's like, okay, I got something. It's pretty cool. It's kind of, and he shows you that image, but with the lightning bolts and the electricity. He explains to you basically what he's gonna have to do is inject you with nanobots that are basically gonna create little tunnels underneath the skin for the white ink to just kind of hover, so it doesn't disperse. And it's like scarification, where it'll just be like a little tunnel.
It hurts. That's what they did with one of these, and they pull up one of his arms, the first one of his sleeves that they had to do. That was once the monster turned into the.
Yeah, it is painful. It does take a little longer. It is a lot more expensive, but it is possible, and the ink will stay where it is, where it needs to go. And he's like, it's usually used for medical stuff. Like sometimes it's a heat reactive kind of thing, but and Boston, you'll know that's what was on Amelia's arm. Was that just a little line of tunnel of ink to react to the her body
nanobots.
temperature? Yeah.
How much more expensive is it gonna be?
Oh.
Nash, I got you covered. This is a business expense.
I'm not sure. Do you do your own taxes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna review those for you this year.
You know, well, actually, all things considered, probably after this job, you'll probably never see me again.
That may be the case.
You definitely need to get somebody to look at your taxes if you think this is a write-off.
He's gonna slow
Ash,
blink.
Do you think
I love
You
how
could just
that
sign-
immediately twinges for both of us. We're just like,
and pay?
no.
Both of the rich kids.
Yes, because the rich kids know how to do taxes properly.
Gears, I just wanted to check in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh, I was just making sure that it was something functional, that it wasn't going to be like, this tattoo's going to
yeah,
be 2
no.
gigs.
it's function. You want actual price right now?
Just even if it's just price range, right? If it's going to
Okay.
be in the kilobyte range, absolutely he'll do it right now.
No, this is gonna be much more. This is like, this is closer to surgery. So we're talking, let's see, what a tattoo would be. A normal tattoo in Ithros would be, about 3K. So this one we're looking at maybe 30K.
30K? Okay, yeah, he'd do that easy.
Okay.
So, yep. He'll go in for it, assuming that we can do this in the time frame that we've got.
Actually,
Yours might be
It's
pushing.
currently 11, right?
Yes.
Or 11:30?
mine should be
Yes.
done in 15, 10 minutes.
Before the conversation's over.
It's for
You've got a little skull. You just want to cover another part. It's
Yeah.
You're.
yeah. Also, yeah, Fen, do we all need to go to this, or is it just a you thing?
Mostly just a me thing.
Sure.
Oh,
Also,
you don't want
Max
to
will
go,
take care of
you
you.
don't want
Max will take care of you. He's real sweet.
Hello.
Gives you a nod. You get the sense he's a man of few words.
Don't worry, Max. They don't bite too hard.
Aw,
You've been bit?
it's nice.
I see. Anyway, I was looking up idea for tattoo and it went the fuck away. It was this really cool geometric thing and I cannot find it in my tabs anymore and I'm so mad.
You're
There
not
it is.
doing the group tattoo, you jerk.
I am not. Listen, okay. The only place Fen has left is their left upper thigh and their chest. That's all they've got.
They do have a lot of tattoos.
They have a lot of tattoos.
Didn't happen.
Which
I didn't realize that
hilariously,
both Fen
y'all
and
gonna-
that Boston didn't have chest tattoos. Like, of all the things.
Right.
Might get that later.
Well, Fen's about to do that now, so it's all good. That's
Oh,
what
well,
I was
never mind.
working on getting. Is it?
So Max is gonna go ahead and start on you, Nash. That's gonna take. He's like, it's gonna take me a while. Do you want me to start now or?
Might as well. But if I gotta run, can we pick it back up later? As long as I pay.
Depends on where we stop, and there's some parts you can't. But yeah. Like
If worse
when
comes
you
to
gotta.
worse, I can go to this meeting alone.
You want security?
That's not happening.
Well, the only issue is he's gonna point to. I can have a suit of armor that looks more militaristic, but Baldric, you probably shouldn't go anywhere near there. Well, sorry, Kerr, because that's what he was calling him earlier. He would remember to call him Kerr. That's Brett not remembering.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Brett's trying to get Rick killed.
So much sand.
100%. But yeah, Kerr, you probably shouldn't be there considering your allergy to fancy things.
You say as he's actively dressed in a suit.
To be fair, it's not as fancy as it once was. You have like a middle class suit now instead of, being upper middle class.
He's gone from tuxedo to like business, but still.
Yeah, but there's a difference between wearing a $50 suit and a $3,000 suit. Trust me, I know. My dad made me take classes for that.
I mean, I'm sure it's still probably a $3,000 suit.
Oh, piss off.
It's been
Just doesn't
designed
nearly
to
look
look
like it.
poor.
That makes it look richer, though.
At this point, the other tattoo artist that was in the window finishes up their transaction. I was like, hey, do you need me? You got others? Hey, Bugsy, could you get the little one? I think she wants a tattoo too, right, sweetie?
Yeah. The Greenie's gonna be the design Greenie showed.
So you show him a design?
Do you want the full color
Or
or
the
the
one
black
that-
and white?
I'll do full color.
Oh, you want the bodega one? Okay.
Yeah, Granny's going for it.
Okay, let's go.
Heck yeah,
He
tattoo buddies.
escorts you over to the chair that's in the window. I hope you don't mind. I got the display one. This ain't. Yeah.
Sweetie, I used to be a fighter. Everything's been out on display.
Okay. He takes your image in the hologram and transfers it over. Uses his fingers, clicks on it, and swipes it over onto his display, and starts lining it up. It's like, okay, wherever you want it, make sure it is underneath this red cross symbol here. And it is directly from the machine above. There's a red plus sign that is coming down. And you have a control over the chair. You can move forward, backwards, sideways, and you could even tilt it. So if you wanted to have it like on the back of a thigh or something, a back cheek, it's basically self-propelled wherever you want this tattoo to be. Just, you gotta make sure the skin is exposed, no skin, no clothing in front of it.
What would happen if clothing were in front of it?
It'd burn the clothing and not the skin. You'd miss out. You'd have to do it again.
Yeah, you'd ruin your leather suit.
You'd ruin your clothes, basically.
Okay. Well, Granny will do... Let's do a shoulder for Granny on this one.
Okay, so you move the chair up, and then forward, and then tilt, so that you can comfortably sit or lay back and have your shoulder facing the direction. And there's a nice comfy pillow you can put between your neck and just kind of just lay there. It's like, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, we'll go. Hold still. He presses the button. The machine kind of lowers down, and then it's kind of like a fax machine kind of thing. Gets in place, or a scanner, I should say, and scans. There's a big old mesh that goes across your arm, and it hovers your whole body and kind of sizes up and makes sure it fits the area that it's about to go, and it just kind of, and it's a nice, even warm feeling at first. And then it gets hotter and hotter and hotter, and it just does feel like it's burning your skin, but it's like going from top to bottom, so it's constantly moving until it gets down to the very bottom of it. And then at the top part, while still warm, it is starting to kind of burn, kind of getting that like sunburn kind of feel. And then it kind of goes over with a second coat, and now this one's starting to hurt even more so, kind of like that fresh sunburn where it's like, ow, 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 ow. But after 3 swipes, it's done. Your skin feels like I said, a second, maybe Which is worse? Probably first degree burn.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I think
The
no,
worst
I
one's
think-
second degree, and that one is like basically after you touch a hot pan, it starts to get that like
Yeah, it
bubbly
it's
like
worse 'cause it goes up.
welt.
Pain
Yeah.
wise.
Yeah.
It goes to the bone.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
this is just below that first degree.
Okay,
It's
first
not
degree is when the
bubbling.
skin peels away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
looking
yeah,
at
yeah.
like sunburn territory.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, where it's just that really hot
you need to
pins
put some
and
aloe on
needles
it, but
kind
you
of
won't
feel.
like.
Yeah, that pins and needles feel. But it's done.
That was faster than I remember.
See, easy as pie.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I'm imagining Fen just sitting there looking through the portfolio like, no, that one's cool, but no. Oh, that looked good, but it just doesn't match my face. No, just like,
So I have this geometric kind of like mystical thing, but I'm having trouble getting it separated out from the rest of the stuff around it. Let go. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking print screen and rip it.
We don't have
Actually-
to see it. It's fine.
I do have a question. This place is not a cowboy lounge, right? This is just my tat guy.
Nope. They only know you for your visits
Yeah. I
and
would
your
call,
Lysander stuff and your some of your history.
Yeah. I would pull Baldric to the side and say, yeah, don't. And
On the after you're done with your tattoo.
after I'm done with my tattoo, I would first
Sure.
put my hand over his still magnified message. Put it over. You're safe here. They only know me from before I was even a cowboy, truth be told.
As long as you're sure this time.
Yeah.
Max starts talking to you about the gorillas. Was like, you a big fan?
You're muted, buddy.
I realized that as I said, I used to be.
Yeah, can't blame you. Shitty what happened to that ringer. When
Awkward,
again?
awkward.
Like, but you know, whatever, I guess.
Yeah. It is.
But to tell you the truth, I ain't never really been a huge fan of the gorillas. Me, I like the shark baits.
I don't recognize the name of the shark bait. That's Tony. I'm sure that Nash would. There is one. There's the rivals that he has, but those aren't the shark baits.
I think I said it wrong, but yeah, it's the same one.
Okay. Let me pull that up real quick. Shark kingpins.
Kingpins. Did I not say? I thought they were
You said
shark.
the shark baits.
shark-
Ooh, aha.
Yeah,
Shark
but
bait,
I thought they were like
hoo-ha.
the shark. They're like shark. Fuck. All right, yeah,
Shark fuck?
kingpins.
They're yeah. I don't remember why we called them shark kingpins because
Yeah.
their fighting style was like win by technicalities.
Yeah, well, kingpin because of kingpin.
The character?
Yeah,
Fair.
I think at least that's what I was thinking of when I said it. But
I don't
You
know
may not have-
Kingpin the character that much, so
Daredevil, he's a kingpin of crime.
he's a
He's
daredevil.
also
but
a fucking beast.
Yeah, he's really cool, but
Dude.
sad. He's
Absolute unit.
yes,
So yeah,
built like a truck.
so yeah, kingpin. Maybe Sharkbait was a member. We'll say that.
I like
Shark
shark bait specifically.
But yeah, kingpins. Well, I like the kingpins, man. Shark kingpins. That's what I have.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So, anyways,
Austin's
technicalities.
gonna go as they say. I prefer the shark the shark pins or whatever they're called.
Shark kingpins.
Okay, kingpin sharks. I think sounds a little but still, as he's taking out a cigarette and lighting it. Oh wait, I got you.
Oh yeah, they're cool.
Sure. Yeah.
He's like,
like What, you don't like them? I mean, they're unbeatable, man.
Can Granny hear any of this? Also, does Granny know who they are? I feel like she should.
Granny, roll me an intelligence check.
Oh gosh. Why you gotta do me dirty?
Or a history. Or a history if you've got a proficiency in that.
Look, I wouldn't say unbeatable,
Look.
8.
but
Oh my god. Nope. Nope. Does not ring a bell.
Okay.
just no.
Like, what are these names?
Like, the conversation we had, me, about, remembering the name, that's exactly what's going through Ramita's mind. Like, shark pins? Shark bait? Shark... Huh?
Shark.
I mean, I can remember watching the Tranquilizer take down the accountant.
Yo, dude, that was unfair. Accountant had it all the way. That was so unfair. That uppercut.
Not
Illegal. Illegal. Absolutely.
Since what? Hold on. Since when has an uppercut been illegal in a fight? Excuse me?
That wasn't an uppercut. Like, they call it one, but it ain't one. Nope.
What, he grab him by the chin hairs? Like, what do you mean?
This conversation goes on. Baldric, are you going to get a tattoo or engraving?
Yes. Gonna go for the bodega team one.
Okay.
Which, in preparation for that, whenever he goes to get it set up, he's gonna pull out his knife that he has never had opportunity or need for, and slits from his waist down to his knee on his outer thigh of his pants, and then pulls out the outer plate of his thigh because it's the largest single plate that he could have. Hands that over, and then just stands there after describing what he wants.
I love it.
One way to do it.
Amazing.
Who does he hand this to? You got Bugsy and you got Clara.
Probably Clara. Sticking close to people that Baldric has interacted with.
Clara takes this big old plate. After doing what you just did, looks over to you, boss, and goes, "You got some interesting friends."
You know me, I track them like a honey with flies.
Something.
This.
All right. He turns around and goes over to the piercing table that also has an engraver. He starts putting the image into the system to have it engraved and colored and tinted and heat milled. And you hear the equivalent of a workshop with welding sounds of the fire and the sparks everywhere, and it's just goes to work.
I hope no one's looking directly at it for their eyes specifically.
It's out in the open, so if they do, you're gonna need to roll a Constitution saving.
I feel like they'd have to have some sort of blinds up for that, just as a general rule of welding. Mind you, I've only done welding twice, but there's a thing about everyone wears goggles and.
He absolutely is. But everyone in the room.
If someone else is stupid enough to go look at it.
Yeah. Anyone in this party looks at it needs to do a Constitution saving.
Baldric, don't do it.
No.
Nash is only saved by the fact that he's actively getting worked on and probably shouldn't look over. Because otherwise,
and having an argument about.
Yeah, otherwise I would be
About
throwing.
the technicalities of
Seems like something Granny
street
would
fighting.
do.
It's not street fighting. These are. Those two are augmented fighters. In a nicely high.
Yeah, well,
fighting league.
Boston is trying to help, but everything he references is 100% illegal in the kind of fight that you used to do.
No, I mean that hit on the accountant wasn't illegal, but it also didn't matter. See,
also, hold on, we could just pull up the footage, and he's gonna pull up the footage. We can watch it like frame by frame as well, like.
Boston, if you do this,
you
notice the video, the playback video. Yes, it's a very legal shot. It just so happened that the guy turned his head to look at the shot as it came through. It was a little more this way and less this way. And it was a technicality.
No, but like